The call came at 3 in the morning, and Liam knew before he even picked up the phone. His father's heart had given out quietly in his sleep. No warning, no goodbye, just gone. Liam sat on the edge of his bed in the cramped Chicago apartment, staring at the wall, the silence louder than any scream. He was 22, working dead-end retail shifts, and now he was completely alone. 2 days later, another call came, this one from his mother, Emily, the woman who had walked out when he was 12 and never looked back. Her voice was calm, almost rehearsed. She said she was sorry for his loss. She said she had a spare room in her house in San Diego. She said he could come live with her and her son, his half-brother, Ryan, until he got on his feet. Liam almost laughed at the absurdity of it. But he had no savings, no other family, and the lease was up in a week. So he said yes. The flight was short, but the drive from the airport felt endless. Emily's house was a modern 2-story in a quiet suburb, all clean lines and glass. Ryan met him at the door, tall, broad-shouldered, 24, with an easy smile and eyes that seemed to take in everything at once. He extended a hand. "Hey man, sorry about your dad." Liam shook it, feeling the warmth and strength in the grip. Ryan grabbed Liam's suitcase without asking and carried it inside. Emily hugged Liam briefly, the kind of hug strangers give at funerals. She showed him to the guest room, small but neat, with a view of the backyard. She said dinner would be at 7. Then she disappeared into the kitchen. Ryan lingered in the doorway. "If you need anything, just say. I'm right across the hall." Liam nodded, unsure what to say. He had a half-brother he had never met, a mother who had chosen a new life over him, and now he was living in their house. Felt like stepping into someone else's story. The first week was quiet. Emily worked long hours as a marketing executive. Ryan was finishing his master's in engineering and had a part-time job at a tech startup. Liam found a job at a local coffee shop, the only place that hired him on the spot. At home, the dynamic was clear from day one. Emily's face lit up when Ryan walked in. She asked about his day, his classes, his future plans. When Liam spoke, she listened politely, then changed the subject back to Ryan. It was subtle at first, but it stung. One evening, Ryan found Liam sitting on the back patio, staring at the pool. "You okay?" Ryan asked, handing him a beer. Liam took it. "Yeah, just adjusting." Ryan sat beside him. "Mom can be intense. She means well, but she's got her favorites." He said it lightly, but there was an edge. Liam looked at him. "You seem to be the favorite." Ryan shrugged. "I guess. Doesn't make it fair." They sat in silence for a while, the night air warm. For the first time since he arrived, Liam didn't feel completely out of place. Weeks turned into months. Liam settled into a routine: work, home, sleep. He kept to himself mostly, but Ryan started finding ways to pull him in. They watched basketball games together, argued about music, fixed the old car in the garage. Ryan was easy to talk to, funny without trying, and he listened when Liam spoke. It was the first time in years Liam felt seen. One night, after a long shift, Liam came home to find Emily and Ryan in the living room. Emily was showing Ryan a brochure for a luxury apartment downtown. "You deserve your own space," she said. "I already put a deposit down." Ryan looked uncomfortable. "Mom, I told you I wasn't ready." Emily waved it off. "Nonsense. You're graduating soon. You need independence." Liam stood in the doorway, unnoticed. He went to his room without a word. Later, Ryan knocked on his door. "You heard that?" Liam nodded. "Yeah, congrats." Ryan sat on the edge of the bed. "I didn't ask for it. She's always done this, pushing me forward while." He trailed off. Liam finished for him. "While ignoring me." Ryan looked at him. "I'm sorry. It's not right." Liam shrugged. "It's not your fault." But it hurt. He had hoped, stupidly, that coming here would mean a family. Instead, it highlighted how little he mattered. The next day, Ryan dragged Liam to the beach. They walked along the shore, waves crashing. Ryan talked about his childhood, how Emily had remarried after leaving Liam's father, how she had tried to build the perfect life. She thinks if she gives me everything, it makes up for what she did to you, Ryan said. Liam kicked at the sand. It doesn't. Ryan stopped walking. I know. Their eyes met, and for a moment, something shifted. Not words, just a feeling. Liam looked away first. That night, Liam couldn't sleep. He thought about Ryan, the way he smiled, the way he always checked in. It was dangerous to feel this way. Ryan was his half-brother. Same mother, different fathers. But the connection was real. And it scared him. The tension at home grew. Emily's favoritism became more blatant. She bought Ryan a new laptop for graduation. She planned a big party for him. Liam's birthday passed without mention. He didn't say anything. He was used to being invisible. But Ryan noticed. He started doing small things. Bringing Liam coffee at work, inviting him to hang out with friends, defending him when Emily made offhand comments about his lack of direction. One evening, they were alone in the kitchen. Ryan leaned against the counter. You deserve better than this. Liam looked up. From who? Ryan stepped closer. From everyone, including me. The air felt thick. Liam's heart pounded. He wanted to say something, anything, but the words stuck. Then Ryan reached out and touched his arm. It was gentle, almost hesitant. Liam froze. Their eyes locked. Ryan's hand lingered. I don't know what this is, Ryan whispered. But I feel it too. Liam's breath caught. He knew what it was. He had known for weeks. But saying it out loud would change everything. They didn't kiss that night. They didn't need to. The truth was already there. Heavy and undeniable. They were half-brothers. Society had rules about that. Families had rules. But the feelings didn't care about rules. The next few weeks were a tightrope. They stole moments. Late-night talks, shared glances, hands brushing in the hallway. They never crossed the line, but the line was blurring. Emily noticed the change. She started asking questions. You two are getting close. Ryan laughed it off. Liam stayed quiet, but Emily's eyes narrowed. One afternoon, Emily came home early. She found them in the living room, sitting too close on the couch, laughing about something stupid. She stood in the doorway, arms crossed. What's going on here? Ryan stood up. Nothing, Mom. Emily looked at Liam. You've been here 6 months. Maybe it's time you find your own place. The words landed like a slap. Ryan stepped forward. He's family. Emily's voice was cold. He's your half-brother, not your responsibility. Liam left the room. He packed a bag that night. He couldn't stay. Ryan found him in the driveway, suitcase in hand. You're leaving. Liam nodded. I have to. Ryan grabbed his arm. Don't. Not like this. Liam pulled away. You heard her. I'm not wanted. Ryan's face was desperate. I want you here. The words hung between them. Liam looked at him. You know why I can't stay. Ryan swallowed. Because of what we feel? Liam nodded. They stood in the dark driveway, crickets chirping. Ryan took a step closer. I don't care what anyone thinks. Liam laughed bitterly. You should. It's wrong. Ryan shook his head. It's not wrong to feel something real. Liam's chest ached. He wanted to believe it, but he couldn't. He left anyway. He found a cheap room in a shared house near work. He told himself it was better this way. No more tension. No more guilt. But every night he thought about Ryan. Weeks passed. Ryan texted. Called. Liam didn't answer. Then one day, Ryan showed up at the coffee shop. He looked tired, like he hadn't slept. I told Mom. Liam froze. Told her what? Ryan's voice was low. Everything. How I feel about you. Liam's stomach dropped. Why? Ryan shrugged. Because it's true. And because I can't pretend anymore. Emily had reacted badly. She cried, screamed, called it unnatural. She told Ryan he was confused, that Liam was manipulating him. Ryan walked out. He hadn't been home since. Liam looked at him. What now? Ryan smiled sadly. I don't know. But I know I don't want to lose you. Liam felt tears in his eyes. He had spent his life feeling unwanted. And here was Ryan choosing him. They sat in the park after Liam's shift. Ryan took his hand. "We can figure this out. Together." Liam squeezed his hand. "It's not going to be easy." Ryan nodded. "I know, but it's worth it." They started seeing each other quietly. No big declarations. Just time together. Walks on the beach. Late-night talks. They were careful, aware of the eyes around them. But the world didn't end. Friends accepted it, some awkwardly, some with support. Emily didn't. She refused to speak to either of them. Months later, Ryan moved into a small apartment. Liam moved in with him. It wasn't perfect. There were arguments, doubts, moments when the weight of what they were doing felt too heavy. But they talked through it. They chose each other every day. One evening, they sat on the balcony, watching the sunset. Ryan turned to Liam. "Do you ever regret it?" Liam thought about his father, about the mother who chose Ryan over him, about the life he had left behind. "No," he said, "because for the first time, I feel like I belong somewhere." Ryan smiled. "Me too." They never got Emily's approval. She never forgave them. But they built their own family, small and unconventional, held together by choice instead of blood. And in the end, Liam realized something. Love doesn't always follow the rules. Sometimes it breaks them. And sometimes that's exactly what makes it real. True or false? Blood ties should always matter more than love. What do you think?